Have you ever been mesmerized by the enchanting world of Studio Ghibli? If so, then you're in for a treat, because in today's video we'll be exploring some of the best video games that are inspired by Studio Ghibli. Breathtaking visuals and captivating stories. Greetings to all nerds out there, and welcome again to the channel of Nerds Unite. I'm your host Mike, and today we're gonna talk about video games that has been inspired by Studio Ghibli. First on our list is Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. This game was developed by Level 5 and Studio Ghibli, and it's one of the most popular video games inspired by Studio Ghibli, which makes sense since Ghibli is directly involved with this one. In Ni no Kuni, you play as Oliver, a young boy who is transported to a magical world in order to save his mother. Along the way, he meets new friends and battles fierce monsters using a unique combat system that combines real-time and turn-based elements. The game's stories, characters, and visuals are all inspired by the works of Ghibli Studio, making it a must-play for fans of the studio. Next up is Spiritfarer, a game developed by Thunder Lotus Games that was heavily influenced by Studio Ghibli's films. In this game, you play as Stella, a fairy master who helps spirits pass on the afterlife. The game's art style and music are reminiscent of Studio Ghibli's work, like Spirited Away. The characters and stories are heartwarming and emotional. Spiritfarer is a unique and an engaging game that's sure to capture your heart. Another game that is heavily inspired by the world of Studio Ghibli is the game called Yokai-In, and it's developed by the Chinese indie game studio Blue Curse. In Yokai-In, you play as a young girl named Lyra, who has inherited an inn in the world full of supernatural creatures. You must build your inn from scratch and cater to the needs of the yokai guests. The game's visuals are stunning, and the world is full of references to Ghibli's work. From the lush green landscapes to the quirky yokai characters, the game oozes the charm and whimsy of Ghibli's movies. The game also features a day and night cycle, as well as the seasonal changes, which affects the gameplay and the behavior of the yokais. It's a fun and unique simulation game that is sure to keep you entertained for hours. Before we continue with this video, please let us know in the comments below and leave us a like if you enjoy these types of content, and tell us which Ghibli movie is your favorite. Back to the video. I think you guys saw this one coming, for this game is inspired by the captivating worlds of Studio Ghibli. I think every Studio Ghibli fan knows Nausicaa, and this game is heavily inspired by Nausicaa. The game is called The Wandering Village, and it's developed by Stray Phone Studio. In The Wandering Village, you lead a group of refugees on a mobile village through a dangerous and mysterious world. Your village is built on the back of a giant creature, and you must manage your resources, research new technologies, and build structures to keep your people safe and healthy. The game's visuals are stunning, with vibrant colors and charming character designs that are reminiscent of Ghibli's work. The game's soundtrack is also enchanting, with peaceful melodies that add to the overall ambience of the game. As you progress through the game, you'll encounter different creatures and events that will challenge you to make difficult decisions. The game's story and characters are intriguing, and the world is full of secrets waiting to be discovered. The Wandering Village is a unique and engaging game that is sure to captivate players who are fans of Ghibli's art style and world building. But most notably, the music gives the game its great atmosphere. Next up is Hoa, and it's developed by Scroll Cat Studio. In Hoa, you play as a young girl who sets out on a magical journey through a stunningly beautiful world filled with strange and wondrous creatures. The game's art style and animation are reminiscent of Ghibli's work, especially with My Neighbor Totoro, with its vibrant colors and imaginative designs that bring the world to life. The game is a platformer that features puzzle solving and exploration elements, as well as a calming soundtrack that complements the game's visuals. The world is full of hidden secrets and unique characters that add to the game's overall charm. One of the standout features of Hoa is its emphasis on environmental storytelling. The game's world tells a story in a way that is subtle but impactful, inviting the player to become immersed in the game's universe. If you're a fan of Ghibli's art style and storytelling, then Hoa is definitely worth checking out. It's a beautiful and calming game that is sure to leave a lasting impression. Hold on, we have one more game that is inspired by Studio Ghibli, and it's called Europa. Developed by Holder Pinto, Europa is a puzzle platformer game that takes place in a dreamlike hand-painted world. The game features a unique art style that draws inspiration of the works of Studio Ghibli. The visuals are gorgeous, with vibrant colors and detailed character designs that create a fantastical atmosphere. In Europa, you play as a young girl named Lyra, who embarks on a journey to save her sister from a mysterious illness. The game is a mix of platforming and puzzle solving, with Lyra using her magical abilities to traverse the environment and overcome obstacles. The game's world is full of strange and wondrous creatures, with each area of the game featuring its own distinct style and ambience. The game's soundtrack is also worth noting, as it features a hauntingly beautiful score that adds to the game's overall charm. If you're a fan of Ghibli's work and enjoy puzzle platformers, then Europa is definitely worth checking out. Its unique art style, enchanting world, and an engaging gameplay make it a standout title in the genre. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and let us know which of these games you would enjoy most playing and which one reminds you the most of Studio Ghibli's work.